Krishna Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. we have an MC today? Huh?
Are you going to do Pushpanjali? Can you do the reciting of Pushpanjali prayer? So let's do it as I based on my words of the program.
Yeah, who's the MC? Somebody. Ramananda, you want to do Mangalacharna?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So of course we have a limited program, and I think it's being virtually broadcast as well. But today is the very most important day of the year, actually, because it's Srila Prabhupada who actually brought us all here to Krishna. And we're all here because of him worldwide, actually. There's over 500 centers worldwide, restaurants, thousands upon thousands of devotees. And it's really all because of one person, and that is Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada. So today is his 125th appearance day, which makes it even more special. So today's program will be, first of all, we had an Abhishek for Srila Prabhupada and some chanting, and now we'll have Pushpanjali. After that, we'll have Guru Vandana, Guru Puja for Srila Prabhupada. And then after that, we'll have offerings from the GBC temples, departments, and Srila Prabhupada disciples. And after that, we'll have go-to take-up prasadam. So thank you for everyone for being here, and we'll start with Pushpanjali with the Bhakti Yoga Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, everyone. So we'd like to ask everyone to please gather around Srila Prabhupada. And we'll chant Prabhupada's Pranam Mantra. And when we say Pushpanjali, everyone please offer 1/3 of the flowers that you have in hand. And offer obeisances. And then we'll repeat it 3 times. So please repeat after me. Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vastatya Desatarini Pushpanjali Srila Prabhupada ki Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vastatya Desatarini Pushpanjali Srila Prabhupada Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vastatya Desatarini Pushpanjali Srila Prabhupada ki Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya
version is a bit behind schedule. So we'll start with Guru Puja now and Guru Vandana. Who will come up will lead us into that.
Yeah, I know.
Hare
Jai Om Vishnu Pad Pranam Mantra Srimad A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Om Vishnu Pad Pranam Mantra Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Anant Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्री गौर श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम राधा गौर नाम की जय वृंदावन नाम की जय मथुरा धाम की जय जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय नवमायापुर धाम की जय गंगा माई की जय यमुना माई की जय तुलसी देवी की जय भक्ति देवी की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय श्री प्रभुपाद पेरजे की जय श्री प्रभुपाद 125th birthday की जय the most merciful Guru blessed Guru श्री प्रभुपाद की जय all glories to Samad all glories to Samad all glories to Samad all glories to Shri Guru and Lord and God Shri Prabhupada Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bodhane Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Ti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurmani Prachade Nirvashesha Shudevani Bhajata Jutta Hari Bol
So we're going to be doing offerings now to Srila Prabhupada on this very auspicious and amazing birthday, 125th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada's appearance. Bhakti Mark Swami is in Thunder Bay for the opening of their new amazing temple. So I have the honor of reading his, I'm sure, amazing poem. Vishnupadaya Krishnastaya Prabhupada Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Chadine Nirvisesha Sannivari Pastakati Stadine Srila Prabhupada, this is a poem from your most wonderful disciple, Bhakti Mark Swami. It was our morning time focus when we offered you a lotus. At Guru Puja, all was so cheerful. No trace of anything at all tearful. It was the start of the year in Guyana, where in abundance grow the lotus and banana. We didn't know what was coming. Temple operations were smoothly running. Then reports arrived in the month of January. An attack came from a strange adversary, an invisible creature who takes human lives. A threat to children, men, and precious wives. Theories of conspiracies began to surface as to the origin of a virus to hurt us. Coined by the name COVID-19, a virus so ominous, dark, and mean. The public demanded answers to the questions they asked, and were told to be safe, you must be masked. And social distancing at 6 feet is standard, while coming together is now abandoned. The pandemic spread at the pace of a cheetah, and disease is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Locked in arms are Kali and COVID. You direct us to Krishna or Govind. It is not surprising that bad omens came. Shastra states, through the line Ashvatam, life's leisurely ways are cut short. We know it to be a reality distort. The vision you share makes it all clear. You offer hope when trouble is near. Your question, are you able and ready? The answer, when sadhana and love are steady. Prabhupada, you are helping us through this. Your teachings burn a hole through this crisis. Vaikuntha comes when the cycle is over, only when our hearts have that solid makeover. Bless us to be tolerant like a tree. Lessons on life are not always free. They come at a price we have to adjust. It is essential as the earth's crust. Your servant, Bhakti March Swami.
Jai Prabhupada.
Next, Gopal Krishna Maharaj is offering devotion.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. My dear Sri Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisance at your divine lotus feet. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared on this planet over 500 years ago,
Go closer.
he predicted that holy name would be chanted in every town and village of the world. Prithvi, Ache, Yat, Ahati, Krama, Sarvatra, Prachar, Adi, More, in Chaitanya Mangalam Rachana Dasa, Thakur states that powerful Senadipati Doctor will appear in order to propagate the holy name in every corner of the globe. Srila Thakur Bhakti also predicted that a powerful personality would appear who would take the teaching of Lord to every corner of the globe. You are that Senadipati Doctor who fulfilled the Lord's prediction. Your spiritual master recognized your abilities at your very first meeting with him. He instructed you to take the message of the Lord, the English-speaking world. In 1936, just before Sri Bhakti Siddhananda Saraswati Thakur left the planet, he repeated the same instruction in a letter. You took your spiritual master's instruction seriously and speak of facing serious challenges in India and America. You were determined to execute in order. You dedicated the first candle of Srimad Bhagavatam to him, writing, "He lives forever by his divine instruction, and the follower lives in him." This year, we are celebrating the 125th anniversary of your divine appearance. This occasion will only come once. Devotees all over the world are enthusiastic to increase their service. In India, the leaders are holding regular meetings to encourage every devotee to increase his or her service. Devotees are making plans to celebrate more festivals, increase book distribution, increase congregational preaching, open more temples, participate in more Harinam parties. Devotees have realized that to please you, they should expand their service. Our communication team in Delhi is working with government to release a silver coin in your honor. And here is a good possibility that government in Delhi, you are planning a big auditorium program in which either the Prime Minister or the President will be chief guest. You are also planning a big auditorium program in every state capital of India in which we will have the governor or the chief minister as the chief guest. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 crisis, which appeared to be under control last November here in India, has now we still face a new, more dangerous variant of the various virus has started spreading quickly, and the thousands have died or become seriously ill. As a result, state government of India have imposed lockdowns and prohibited gatherings of more than 50 people. The pandemic appears to be the result of expanding sinful activities. Many companies are now making vaccination to help control the epidemic. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna reminds us that no one can escape birth, disease, old age, and death. Most people think that the vaccination is the cure of the pandemic, but you told us of the real vaccination. If you keep yourselves vaccinated with Krishna consciousness, then Maya has no power to touch you. Initiation lecture, Los Angeles, 1969, July 16. Necessity is the mother of invention. During the period when the temples were closed, devotees discovered online preaching as a positive alternative. This online preaching has given devotees more opportunity to preach. Today, there are many online programs going on in almost all the temples and in devotees' home. In fact, the preaching is constantly expanding all over the world. Your books continue to guide humanity. You stated that your books will one day be the world's law books. You also stated that everything we need to know in your books, we should have complete faith in this instruction. To understand your books, we need to read them again and again. Srila Prabhupada, you are the real motivating force in the preaching efforts of Iskcon. History will recognize you as the savior of humanity. In your foreword to Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila 7.164, you clearly stated that importance of both book distribution and temple construction. For preaching, construction of temples is also necessary. The six Goswami not only engage in writing books but also constructed temples because both are needed for preaching work. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted the cult of his Sankirtan movement to spread all over the world. Now that International Society for Krishna Consciousness has taken up this task, preaching the cult of Lord Chaitanya, its members should not only construct temples in every town and village of the globe, but also distribute the books that have already been written and further increased. The number of books, both distribution of books and the construction of the temple must continue side by side in parallel lines. Srila Prabhupada, you very kindly engaged me both in your EBT work, book production and the distribution, and the temple construction. At present, due to your costless mercy in North India, alone, we have 7 temples under construction. We are trying hard to complete 3 of them so we can offer them to you on Vyasa Puja Day, the 125th anniversary of your appearance. You visited Kurukshetra in 1975. You liked the location of Yotishta, where the Gita was spoken, and expressed your desire to have a Krishna Arjuna temple there. By the efforts of many dedicated devotees, the Kurukshetra temple is almost completed. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for giving me the facility to serve you. I pray for your causeless mercy so I may be able to continue to serve you in your glorious Iskcon movement. Your fallen servant, Gopal Krishna.
Now we'll have the temple offerings, starting with Stoga. Yeah, because Prue has to leave. Followed by Toronto, Brampton, Maple, Scarborough, Milton, and Burlington. So, Stoga? Thank you.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to you on this most auspicious and holy occasion on the 125th.
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पास Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept our obeisances, all glories to you, on this most auspicious and holy occasion of the 100th. We offer our most humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Once again, we are fortunate in celebrating your divine appearance on this planet. We find totally inadequate in expressing our debt and gratitude to you. As Uddhava expressed, glorify the Supreme Lord, as Ananda Shesh, with his many mouths, could not describe the transcendent glories of Krishna. Similarly, with a million mouths, we are incapable of expounding the transcendental. Even the most learned man cannot understand the words, activities, and symptoms of a person situated in the love of Godhead, says Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are wandering in the darkness of the ignorance, and your given grace, out of your causeless mercy, has saved us. You have created this wonderful society, Iskcon, and made it clear that by serving Hari, Guru, and Vaishnavas, we are always connected with you. humble attempt to serve your vision in the service of Lord Chaitanya. With your blessings, we are able to reach the local community, help them connect with Krishna through your profound teachings. They are always receptive. We are having weekly Bhagavad Gita classes and Krishna Katha sessions every Wednesday. We got a wonderful group of kids and we are focused helping them with spiritual and moral education based on our instructions. The parents are also inspired by the kids and spiritual and cultural education. We are striving to strengthen the congregation and developing youth and children. The future of our movement is so much brighter with the cohesive, wholehearted, and joyful participation of the congregation members. We are having a vibrant group of Vaishnavis who assemble bi-weekly and learn shlokas, discuss about sadhana, feast, and also open their hearts. This is a great attempt since Mataji has a great member of the family. We hope we never forget for a moment that what we have done for us. With all our energy, we will help to keep the congregation happy and prosperous by spreading the divine message of Krishna. We want to take care of devotees nicely throughout their Krishna path, so that they will remain strong and healthy in their pursuit of spiritual life. We pray to give us strength and remain fixed in service within the precepts of their teachings. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for return of students and Srila Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhupada.
ओम अन्य से ज्ञान विनाशनाय चक्षुर्पुण्यतमेन संसिद्धुर्विमा नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण कृष्णाय बोधे श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी के नामे नमस्ते सरस्वती गौरवाणी निर्विशेषण शून्यवादी आस्तिक Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauri. This year, as we celebrate the 125th anniversary of your appearance, we remain privileged and fortunate to glorify you on behalf of the Raghunath community, Iskcon Prabhupada. Your position in spreading the Vedic wisdom from the East to the world over is unparalleled, and you stand alone as the most effulgent jewel. You remain a true inspiration to expand business in the Greater Toronto area.
Every single day. Every single day, we are striving to follow your teachings and qualities of humility, modesty, truthfulness, honesty, frankness, and transparency. You gave us the tenets of hearing, chanting, philosophy, and association, which help us counter this age of Kali. This year's offering is against a backdrop of unprecedented circumstances. The COVID-19 pandemic has taken its toll across the world, and many members of the Iskcon community worldwide have been impacted both in terms of health as well as financially. At New Ramanadam, we continue to move forward through various initiatives, keeping the 7 purposes of Iskcon that were given by your divine grace at the forefront. Our festivals, led by our youth, have met with resounding success, with the creativity of the festival team coming to the forefront with many innovations. Your divine grace mentioned that books are the basis, and despite the ability to interact in person having greatly diminished, the Sankirtan team, with your blessings, found newer and more creative ways of book distribution, which has transformed the Sankirtan space. Our deity department has gone above and beyond, having ensured that Sri Sri Radhakishore Gopinath service has continued uninterrupted. Our Krishna Fund School, which has gone virtual, continues to attract newer children who are learning various spiritual concepts. Despite the pandemic, our Govinda's dining room has been going full throttle with prasadam distribution and Food for Life initiatives. One of the key initiatives this year has been to enhance and refurbish New Ramanadam. The overall reconstruction plan now includes 9 phases of devotion, with the hope that the first 6 phases can be substantially completed by Radhashtami of 2022, which incidentally also marks the 50th anniversary of the installation of our deities. Your divine grace, with your blessings, we'll be able to make this a wonderful 50th anniversary offering to Sri Sri Radha Kichora Gopinath, our most wonderful lordships. Dear Srila Prabhupada, we pray for your blessings to take your mission to greater heights and your teachings far and wide. Please bless us so that we can continue to serve you with faith. On this auspicious and momentous occasion, we beg for pure devotional service at your lotus feet. Your servants, the Iskcon Toronto Temple Council. Brampton, missing. Looks like in time for you.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Pashtata Desatarine. Dear Srila Prabhupada, this is the 125th anniversary of your appearance on this earth. What a wonderful day September 1st, 1896 was, the auspicious day of your birth. A personality will soon appear, and he will travel all over the world, spreading the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. This was the foretold prediction of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who himself was a preceptor acharya. Of course, he was preaching your appearance, Srila Prabhupada, the great personality who would soon be known as Bhaktivedanta. You would fulfill Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's grand plans to spread the holy names across both the local and foreign lands. We cannot fathom life without your mercy and presence. Without your magnanimity, we would have no reason for existence. When you arrived in America, you asked Krishna to make you dance. You knew that your goal was to bring so many out of ignorance. Srila Prabhupada, your heart was full of grace and compassion. You took the risk to boldly come to the West instead of peacefully residing in Vrindavan. You would face so many difficulties and obstacles, but despite all these tests, you conquered the struggles. With no material possessions, you traveled to America, fully dependent on the desire of your Guru Maharaj and Krishna. Scores of temples and thousands of devotees is what you envisioned. You could see the future, saying the time was the only separation. You came among the hippies and so much degradation, where morality and humanity were all but abandoned. In this environment, you would take up the endeavor. You would demonstrate the proper path so ties to Maya could be severed. Somehow, you would accept anyone who was willing to listen and surrender. You brought many diverse individuals to selflessly serve Lord Krishna together. You would inspire all of us to serve to your utmost potential. With your purity and determination, the results were exceptional. What you did for these lost souls is simply astonishing. You would inspire neophytes to make changes that were life-transforming. Before your arrival, our lives were meaningless. It's amazing that our fortunes would change because of your mercifulness. Srila Prabhupada, you are Krishna's representative personified. You taught pure philosophy, ensuring the message and every instruction were bona fide. Your vision was a home in which we could all live in a worldwide organization. And in the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, this came to fruition. Srila Prabhupada, you gave us the prescription for lasting relief. Before that, we were in illusion, using Krishna's possessions like thieves. You were fearless and faced scholars, journalists, and religious leaders in discussion. You would establish the accuracy of Vaishnava philosophy without deviation. Srila Prabhupada, you have given us structure, framework, and a solid foundation. Now it is our duty to give others this wonderful bhakti tradition. All we need to do is follow your instructions and guidance. If we focus our lives with Krishna at the center, nothing will be left to chance. Srila Prabhupada, thank you for taking us out of the clutches of Maya illusion. Thank you for saving us and giving us a solution. Thank you for working day and night to dictate, preach, and provide wisdom. Everything we need is in your books, from the Bhagavad Gita to the Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you for awakening us out of the darkness and making us see. Thank you for blessing us with your unwavering mercy. Srila Prabhupada, please always bless us with your merciful glance. Please allow us to serve you and Krishna no matter the circumstance. Srila Prabhupada, there is so much that we owe you. All we can say is thank you, thank you, thank you. Jai Srila Prabhupada, your humble servants in Maple, Ontario, Canada. Written by Meenakshi Devi.
Milton.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णापृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमदे भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी विचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य. Our dearest Srila Prabhupada, please accept our most humble and respectful obeisances unto your lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace on this auspicious occasion of your Vyas Puja day, the 125th anniversary of your appearance. We fall at your lotus feet and beg for the ability to properly glorify your divine and magnanimous character. We are extremely Okay. We are extremely grateful to you for all you have done for us. We cannot really understand how much compassion you have for the fallen, conditioned souls of the world. This past year and a half has affected everyone. The COVID-19 pandemic spreading across the world has put everyone in lockdown, something unprecedented in recent world history. There's a lot of fear and stress among people in general. On seeing this onslaught of Kali Yuga, we have become more and more convinced that your Iskcon movement and your books are the only hope for saving humanity. During the pandemic, devotees found new ways to associate with one another using video conferencing technology. Devotees came up with innovative ways to distribute books, again using technology in the service of Lord Krishna. So despite the challenges, the preaching work continued and was never stopped. We are amazed to see how your Iskcon movement is flourishing day by day. There are many new temples and preaching centers popping up across the world. Tens of thousands of devotees are chanting the holy name in each and every part of the world. Billions of your books are being distributed. This is all happening by your mercy, Srila Prabhupada. You made such a great sacrifice when you traveled by cargo ship across the Atlantic at an advanced age, suffering 2 heart attacks on the way. You did this because of your unflinching faith in the order of your spiritual master, whose desire was for you to spread the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the West. You are the savior of the fallen souls in this material world, and we can never repay you or thank you enough for what you have done for us. Without your divine grace, we would never have known the real purpose of human life. We at Iskcon Milton are a small group of your grand disciples trying to become your servants. We are very happy and grateful to you for providing us an opportunity to assist you in some small way as we try to advance your preaching mission in the Halton region of Ontario, Canada. Our only desire is to connect each and every soul visiting Iskcon Milton to your teachings and to provide them with the opportunity to go back home, back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada, you will be happy to know that Iskcon Milton has grown from 8 families in 2017 to more than 30 families today. These families are accepting the message you brought and seriously practicing Krishna consciousness. At the beginning of the pandemic, we started an online japa circle. Several devotees come together and chant their 16 rounds in the early morning hours, taking inspiration from one another. Several new devotees have drawn inspiration from those sessions and have begun chanting 16 rounds daily. Srila Prabhupada, you will be happy to hear that your devotees at Iskcon Milton also distributed 23 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam during the 2020 Bhadra Purnima campaign, along with 2149 Bhagavad Gitas during the December book distribution marathon. We are convinced this was possible only by your blessings and causeless mercy. We always try to follow the statement of yours. Books are the basis, preaching is the essence, utility is the principle, and purity is the force. On this 125th anniversary of your divine appearance, the devotees of Iskcon Milton are attempting to acquire a place of our own for your temple here, a place from which the message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can be broadcast to the entire Milton area. We want to make this new temple an offering to you on this most auspicious occasion. We seek your blessings and mercy so that we can continue to follow in your footsteps and serve the Lord and His devotees with full enthusiasm. Our only desire is to please you by becoming more and more enthusiastic to spread the holy name everywhere in this area. We pray that you empower us and make us instruments in spreading the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu so that the whole Milton area becomes fully Krishna consciousness. Your insignificant aspiring servants in Milton, Ontario, Canada.
Burlington.
It's not working anyway.
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मृतनेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुवाय कृष्णकृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी के नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवानुचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्देशितारिणे। Dear Srila Prabhupada, Hare Krishna. Please step our prostrated obeisances in the dust of the Lord's feet, Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you on the auspicious occasion of your Vyas Puja, and on the most auspicious 125th anniversary celebration of your appearance. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Leela 471, Taramrita Sarvashishtra Nama Sankirtan, Niraprada Nama Leela, Paya Premadana. The 9 processes of devotional service, the most important is to always chant the holy name of the Lord. If one does so, avoiding the 10 kinds of offenses, one very easily attains the most valuable love of God. In Bhagavad Gita 9:14, always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me, these great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. Srila Prabhupada, on this most auspicious occasion of Vyas Puja, we humbly beg you from your vast ocean of cause and mercy to please instill the torchbearers of Iskcon Burlington with one single drop of relish, pure unmotivated desire and determination to incessantly chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. From Pranam Mantra 1753, Namachidami Krishnas Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. The holy name of Krishna is transcendently beautiful and bestows all spiritual benedictions, for it is Krishna himself. Yes, yet we are drowning in this ocean of material suffering and have only bad qualities. We are completely helpless, mere puppets under the stringent laws of material nature. Guna Visarga Patita, Bhagavatam 6.9-5, and Karmana Devi Natvena, Bhagavatam 3.31-1. Nevertheless, Srila Prabhupada, with your ever divine presence and protection under the cooling shade of the Lord's feet, remain faithful that we become puppets rather than pious puppets. In a class in Montreal, August 19, 1968, you said, Deviye Yeshna Guna Maya Mama Maya Duratiya, Bhagavad Gita 7:14. But there's only one way. That is Anuvet Ritenam. Repeatedly chanting Hare Krishna, repeatedly. That is the only way. Hare Nama Eva Devalam. This is recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna, one becomes completely purified. Priyeta Yena Nikuman, Anuva Mitena. Bhagavatam 7.9-12. In your class, you said, Anu means repetition, following the footsteps of authority. The spiritual master, Anu. Our process of Anu, we simply follow Guru Mukha Pada Vakya. May we drop the genuine taste and desire for chanting Hare Krishna. End of class. With the strength of firm faith and pure chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we pray at the lotus feet that within 1 year we secure a temple for you, Srila Prabhupada, and our deities, Shri Radha Madhavji. At present, we are looking in our area for premises. Kindly grant us your favor in this endeavor, so we may please you and our deities. In closing, for your pleasure and for Sri Jagannath, Lord Baladev, and Lady Subhadra, Iskcon Burlington shall be holding his first annual Rath Yatra, Srila Prabhupada, on Saturday, September the 25th, 1 to 3:30 p.m. May all the GTA members and devotees to please come and attend for the pleasure of the Lordship, Sri Radha Madhava. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. The recipient servants of your servants, Jagannath Mishra Das, on behalf of Iskcon Burlington. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Prabhu. I think we may as well forget about this. It's really a lost cause, so we won't put any more effort into it. I think I've been able to hear everyone speaking. Have you not?
Because they were facing you.
You're not hearing?
Not all, no.
Well, this one is for the external, yeah, because we could turn around. You know. Better?
Yeah, like that.
Okay, we'll do like this. If someone needs to move their chair or their body on the floor, please do so. Okay, thank you. That was really inspiring. We have so many temples in the GTA now. It's unbelievable that it's just like so many and so many more coming. Enthusiastic, wonderful devotees. Thank you. Now we're going to hear from Srila Prabhupada's disciples. I have a list here which is interesting in order of initiation. And I noticed Har Kumar Prabhu was initiated 49 years ago this month. And Prabhu, we're still standing. Please go ahead. Just speak loudly if you can.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shundavadi Paschancha Deshitarine. Dear Srila Prabhupada, as we gather on this special day to honor your divine appearance and activities, it is more obvious to us that we are the unlikely discoveries of a great transcendental adventurer. For you are the larger world's foremost exponent of actively expansive Krishna consciousness. Your modus operandi is to inject the spiritual message of Bhagavan Krishna, descending in disciplic succession from Sri Krishna via Srila Vyasadeva and others into the ears of the Maya Mugdha Jivas, for whom Krishna Jnana is no longer possible by themselves. This Ganges water-like infusion from the spiritual sky watered hard-embedded seeds of good fortune, which grew to manifest a dynamic movement not seen before. But your activities are not modally impelled, but supremely Brahman-based, on the order of your Guru, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami, in the line of Srila Rupa Goswami, who wrote about devotional service to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Utsahan Nishchayad Daryat Tat Tat Karma Avartanat Sangachagat Sato Vritaye Shadvir Bhakti Prasijati. There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service. and which ensure its complete success. The first is being enthusiastic, which you constantly exemplify. As noted by early associated disciples, what you responded to the most within them was this enthusiasm, abandoning the association of non-devotees. This is most important for a devotee, since one becomes similar to whom or what one associates with. But you are super strong in Krishna consciousness, so much so that you surpass this injunction of withdrawal, which can be done even by monistic discriminators and ordinary yogis, to dare to approach the non-devotees on their turf to transform them into the devotees of the Lord. Last, there is following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. Because you follow the disciplic path of the previous acharyas, you are qualified to lead the exposition of the eternal religion of devotional service to Bhagavan Sri Krishna in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is beyond speculation and invention. Among spiritualists, some preach but do not practice well, and others practice but do not preach much. But the rare soul who does both, and in the full realization of Krishna consciousness, is the Acharya. Srila Prabhupada continued to teach and train us to progress toward perfection by assimilating these 6 favorable characteristics of practical devotion enunciated by Srila Rupa Goswami and exhibited by our Divine Grace. Aspiring to be your servant, Mark Maharaj.
Jai Prabhupada!
This one? Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll hope it continues. Yes, I was initiated 2 weeks after Harakamarku.
You're next.
I'm next. Okay. Namo Vishnupadaya Vishnupadaya Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Chamine Nirvise Shisamivani Pastapati Srila Prabhupada, Your Divine Grace. As you know, we've had the most challenging year and a half dealing with this pandemic. Your once vibrant temple here in Toronto has been quiet and home only to the residents. There have been no festivals, events, Rath Yatra, very little association. Everything we do now is online, in keeping with modern times, I guess. But it's not the same. It's been very hard on the devotees and a test of faith and dedication. However, things are easing up a little now. Govinda's is up and running, generating Lakshmi and offering prasadam to so many. We're doing major renovations in the temple to prepare for the 50th anniversary next year. The installation of the Lordship Sri Sri Radhakirtar Gopinath. So many books continue to go out due to your wonderful Sankirtan team. But I was thinking, this forced isolation has really made apparent to many the power of your movement. Everything continues to go on somehow or other. The bills are paid, the deity worship's done, the devotees are chanting. It's unbelievable. You always emphasize time, place, and circumstance, and this certainly is an extreme example of that. And once, we can get back together to celebrate, chant, read, study together, it will all be the more sweet. The value of devotee association will surely be nothing we ever take for granted again. It's your gift to us, this power of your movement, the expression of love and care for your devotees. Our joy and our inspiration comes from that. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. We bow our heads to your lotus feet on this special birthday. We feel humbled by your magnanimous, loving care for us in every circumstance. Please help us to fully realize this love and the gift of God consciousness that you offer us, if only for us to take. Let us reach out, take your gifts, despite our foolish nature. Help us to always feel helpless and fully enveloped at your lotus feet. Hare Krishna.
Jai Prabhupada!
And
Dharma, Prabhu, was initiated 2 years later at the end of the year. Do you want to say something or did you write something? No. Well, we all know Dharma and its sincerity for Srila Prabhupada. So, thank you, Prabhu. Next we have, Dakshin is not here. Subhavalas Prabhu initiated right at the beginning of the year in 76 with Ashalata Prabhu. So Subhavalas and then Ashalata Prabhu. You just have to yell, there's no microphone. I know you can do it.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Pundale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gopalani Satale Nirvashesha Shivavadi Pashate. My dearest Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances into the dust of your lotus feet. All glory to thee, Srila Prabhupada. Lord Chaitanya described 26 qualities of Vaishnava to Sanatana Goswami. I do not find anyone who have ever met, except you, Srila Prabhupada, who has all these qualities. I will describe them as I see in you, Srila Prabhupada, and I'll keep them very, very short because 26 qualities will take a long time. So, I am grateful to know that you, and because of your kindness, even to know about these 26 qualities, you can start with the first quality, Kirpalu, merciful. I don't know anybody more merciful than you, Srila Prabhupada. Because even as a mercy, even we did not deserve it. And you are always truthfulness and you are equal to everyone. There is no discrimination to those who came to you. You gave the association and mercy and the blessings. And Prabhupada, you are so much mild, so much careful, always actually instead of me serving you, you were so kind that you were in the early days, you should make a prasadam for us. And even if lots of you have listened to Srila Prabhupada lectures, and after the lecture, Prabhupada will say, thank you very much. Instead of me giving thank you to Srila Prabhupada, he's there. So, the last few of them are Mitra. He was a friend of everybody. He couldn't discriminate anybody. When the hippies even used to come, I remember an incident in New York. In those days, early days, there were no books, nothing. Devotees used to go and preach. So one devotee goes out to the east side near our Iskcon center, which is just opened by Srila Prabhupada. He goes to a person who is drunk and lying on the street. Look at the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, how it works. So he goes there and I tell that drunken man, please come to the temple. The drunken man said, why? I don't want to come. And the devotee was that qualified. So he said, oh, you come to the day you get initiated. The person who had never heard of Hare Krishna, he said, you come. He said, no, I don't want initiation. He said, no, you come, you get the food. Then lighted up the drunken man who was lying on the street. So this person comes in the evening to 26 2nd Avenue and Prabhupada gave a lecture and he stands up and asks, I want initiation. And looks at him. Why? You don't have initiation. Sit down. Gets up again. So Prabhupada said, only I give you initiation, you will answer a couple of questions. Prabhupada will answer from him that he stop. So at that time, Srila Prabhupada was so kind. He asked him, who is the God? Because few hours before he met a devotee told him Krishna is the big God. So he told Prabhupada, Krishna is the big God, and everybody claps. And he sat down, then he stands up again. So Prabhupada, I got an initiation. Prabhupada said, not much ready now. And Prabhupada said, now I'll ask him who you are. Prabhupada was thinking of philosophy, why that I am the soul and the body, all this. But this person says, I am the servant of big God Krishna. So that was the right answer. Everybody clapped. And Prabhupada was so kind that next morning, without knowing this person, he gave this person the initiation. This was our Srila Prabhupada. He was kind after kind, the kindest person I ever known. And I'm asking Srila Prabhupada to forgive me for saying that I do deserve to say this or not, but I already wanted to say it, so I'll say that. So if somebody wants to repeat it, I repeat it. Prabhupada, I am your property forever with body, mind and speech. Life after life, let me attain the dust of your lotus feet. There is no higher destination, no greater fortunate to meet. Please keep me next to you. I am yours and you are alone. Let any thought of self-interest be buried to ashes the moment they are gone. You are my protector, you are my maintainer, you are my soul shelter. Without you, there is only darkness and not a single ray of hope. I am wrought with millions of offenses, not worthy of your mercy, but yet you look after me with great affection. What more could I possibly pray for? I shall remain eternally indebted to you, but I don't want to pay the debt to you back, because that will be the excuse for me to stay at your lotus feet always. And lastly, Srila Prabhupada, I am only yours and you are my Guru forever. You are my shelter and savior. I am nothing without you and without your mercy and blessing. Please continue to keep me in your shelter. Thank you for being an exemplary Vaishnava and allowing me to witness firsthand these 25 qualities with your personal association. Your insignificant servant, Subha Vilas Das.
नमो विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण वैष्णवाय भूतले श्री भक्ति भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामने नामस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्य पदे Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my most humble obeisances onto your lotus feet again and again. Today
Srila Prabhupada, you are glorious, but I don't know how to glorify you in my words. You have all good qualities in you, which are hard to describe in my textbook. You are a big author and wrote so many books at an advanced age to propagate Krishna consciousness. You are affectionate and show so much affection to us all. You are compassionate to everyone. You are very kind and ocean of mercy. You gave mercy to so many people and showed the bhakti path to get out of material entanglements and go back to God. Your heart is open for everyone with no discrimination. You accepted anyone and everyone as your disciple who were qualified. You are great, great and great. You came with nothing in your hand from India and did a wonder in the world. Amazing. You are a pure devotee of Krishna. That's why it happened what it happened. Krishna consciousness and your Iskcon are blooming all over the world because of your power of purity. It is happening Many obstacles came on your teaching path, but you faced them all and kept going on. You stayed strong and determined in your mission and became victorious. You took your Guru Bhaktivedanta Saraswati instructions to your heart and proceeded to preach in the Western world. Not only in the Western world, but all over the globe. You traveled around the globe 14 times to preach. Isn't it a very significant? A miracle happened on this earth. Krishna consciousness spread all over the world. Lord Chaitanya's Vani became true that Krishna's name will be sung in every town and village. It is happening. You are a genuine Guru, real Guru, Jagat Guru. I can go on and on and on. Until the sun, moon and stars remain in the sky, your glorious will be remained. Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Srila Prabhupada, for accepting me at your lotus feet, giving me so much mercy and making us serve Shri Radha Krishna. Please make us serve you and Shri Radha Krishna always, forever and ever, no matter what the circumstance may be. Your worthless servant, Asha.
Jai Prabhupada.
Thank you, Ashalata. And we now have some offerings from our Iskcon Toronto departments. We'll start with the DD department and go on to the Building Improvement Committee, Govindas, and Vaishnav Care Festivals. I'm not sure who all is here to represent, but we'll start with Deity Department, Brahma Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Goma Vani Prashadini Nirvitesha Sampadi Ashtacha Ishatavini. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept our heartfelt obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace. Srila Prabhupada, we would like to thank you for everything you have done for us. You taught us the whole system of Bhakti Yoga so that we can provide our internal personal relationship with the Supreme Lord. You taught us your method of approaching and serving the Lord, not forgetting the proper room for worshiping deities. We try to follow your instructions with absolute faith. As a yearly duty, we would like to inform you about the activities in our DD department. A little over a year and a half ago, we are now experiencing a shortage of pujaris due to the highly contagious COVID virus that is plaguing the whole world. Pujaris are taking extra precautions not to spread the virus among each other. Unfortunately, devotees are experiencing deep separation from their service to the Supreme Lord. We are therefore faced with a very tight schedule with a few pujaris. Nevertheless, we are trying to serve the Lord in the best spirit of the worship. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for teaching us that no matter what obstacle occurs, the deities must be worshipped with deep please shower your mercy upon us so we can all continue this beautiful transcendental service in spite of impediments. We pray to you remain forever faithful in serving the Supreme Lord with enthusiasm by your mercy. Your humble servants, indeed, Lord.
Jai Prabhupada!
Indira Shuru for the Building Improvement Committee.
Beloved Srila Prabhupada, we are so fortunate that 45 years ago, you personally walked these floors and touched these walls as you toured this magnificent temple that was acquired with your instructions and mercy. As a child, I walked and watched as you eloquently walked around Nurmanadam. Decades later, it is my fortune to form your Building Improvement Committee to serve in renovating your grand home at Shishiraj Tirtha's Gopinath's temple. We are so fortunate you sent a team of devotees to inspire and guide Vic, along with devotees who are providing technical know-how and construction muscle to make this happen. We are surrounded by smiling, good-hearted devotees who are cooperating in service and doing it ecstatically. We witness utter humility as devotees dealt with rot, mold, and oozing substances. We witness tolerance as unexpected challenges arose. For example, during demolition, an archaic water pipe burst late in the evening. Plumbers wanted thousands of dollars for emergency repair, but our team found a supplier right before closing and worked well past bedtime to get it fixed to ensure everyone woke up to running water and daily service continued without interruption. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for giving us this opportunity to witness this seva. In the 7 purposes of Iskcon, the first purpose includes to educate all people in the techniques of spiritual life. And thus, we started with creating an education wing that includes a multi-purpose seminar room, 3 classrooms, as well as a toddler area for the next generation of devotees. We have attended many presentations about caring for devotees. BIG is trying to put devotee care in action by providing a new prasadam lounge, as well as updated ashram facilities where devotees will have their own non-public ashram washrooms, reading lounge, and guest area to establish our new month for a weekend program. We're also trying to care for our congregational devotees with updated facilities. On the other end of the spectrum, we have an aging community, and these seniors, as well as those with disabilities, find it challenging to enter your home and take darshan of Shishiraj or Gopinath, participate in educational programs, or even take prasadam in the windows. So with your blessings in the coming months, we are hopeful to get permits and funding to add an elevator to give full accessibility to the ground floor as well as the lower level. There are many other grand plans to increase the temple space and utilization so we can retain and attract more and more people from diverse demographics to your lotus feet, so they can also have a great fortune to get your divine bonding. Srila Prabhupada, 45 years later, I remain mesmerized by you and beg for your blessings to continue with the service. Please bless our construction crews, architects, engineers, and professionals, some of which show up in blue jeans playing kartal at the park for Jagannath Rath Yatra, and their true Vaishnavas rendering service to your movement. Please also bless the devotees who are our designers and project managers who are voluntarily rendering service to your Toronto home. Their worthless service in Vaishnavas.
Jai Prabhupada!
Thank you, Prabhu. Next we have Sucharu is going to stand in for Brother Mohammed Shah for the Sankirtan team.
Dearest Srila Prabhupada, please accept our most heartfelt obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace. Another year has gone by and the world continues to experience more uncertainty than ever before. Our conventional ways of doing things, even in the spiritual realm, seem to have been shaken out of the norm. Through the thick and the thin, the uncertainty and the fear, your Sankirtan team in Toronto has been going on steadily, one person at a time, one phone call at a time, book by book. With each passing year, our gratitude for the gift that you have given us increases manifold. As we see the miracles of transformation in the lives of those who come in touch with your books. Having been touched, they themselves take on a service of sharing your message with others. Not only are the numbers inspiring, more importantly, the mission is alive and like a live wire, changing the lives of those who both share and receive. In addition to expanding our distribution during the global campaigns, Bhadra Purnima and Live to Give, we also continue to hold reading groups with those who have received the books, as well as assist neighboring GTA temples by supporting them with books and resources. On this most auspicious day of your appearance, we beg you to bless us. Please empower us with more resources and abilities as the members of your Toronto Sankirtan team continue to expand their services. While they grow through the different colors of life, young families, full-time jobs, and various other responsibilities. Please always keep our enthusiasm to serve you fresh and growing, and please bless us so we can continue to experience the sweetness in serving you collectively. Your grateful servants, Radha Mohan Das and Shyamamani Devi Dasi, on behalf of Toronto Sankirtan team.
Jai Prabhupada.
All of these departments are like miracles. They're just continuing unabated with full enthusiasm. It's unbelievable. And here's our next one, the same thing. Govindas, Krishna.
Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prishaya Bhutale, Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane, Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharya, Vishesha Srimati Vasha Krishna. Dear Srila Prabhupada, it has been a year of challenges and our service commitment to your Prashadam distribution at Govinda's Toronto was definitely tested. We had to close multiple times due to COVID and continuously adjust our methods of service for the evolving situation. For much of the time we were open, we limited the service to take-out, delivery options for the safety of our community and the patrons. We have faced a shortage of resources, including a team of cooks, kitchen preparation devotees, who could no longer come to the temple due to COVID restriction. The simple option was to throw in the towel, but senior devotees encouraged us to press on, and while following protocols and health protection measures, we continued with faith. By your grace, Prashadam distribution not only continued, but it's flourishing. We realized that this setback was an opportunity to have more devotees involved in Prashadam preparation seva, and it rather strengthened our team. Food for Life endeavors to YWCA room shelters continued, and now has been extended to a second shelter. We even managed to supply your books to all the residents and for their community gathering area in collaboration with Toronto Sankirtan team. Govinda's website now has pickup and delivery options built in, and most Prashadam distribution is no longer dine-in, but through takeaway and delivery methods, allowing Prashadam to reach even more patrons. Just a couple of years back, Govinda's was not open on Sundays, but now it's not only open, it has become the busiest day of the week. On the days when the temple is open for darshan, the various create a smooth and pleasant experience for all the patrons. Govindas continues to have a table presenting your books each and every day, as well as Bhaktivedanta reading corner with your books that you plan to expand. During Diwali festivals, we bundled the books with sweet boxes, and in a successful attempt to support two important pillars of your mission, books and prasada. Tens of thousands of plates of prasada are going out, and patrons are very grateful, and with some taking even time to write messages and even rating reviews online. Srila Prabhupada, we don't know what lays ahead and what trials and tribulations we may face, but we beg for your mercy to be able to continue prasadam distribution. We humbly request you to bless cooks, servers, drivers, organizing team, all humbly doing daily their service to carry out your eloquent vision and follow your written instructions on operating Hare Krishna restaurants. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for the opportunity to serve you, your servant Kishori.
Jai Prabhupada!
Thank you. Krishna Fund School and Education. Go.
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नमः। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशिका। So I'll read first on behalf of Krishna Fund. Dear Srila Prabhupada, as your humble servants, we serve as teachers at Krishna Fund School here at Iskcon, Toronto. We hope that this humble offering will bring you some pleasure and invoke your blessings. It is all due to the Apostles' mercy that we are able to play a small part in carrying out your divine plans and serve in your divine mission of creating a Krishna-conscious world. We are following the footsteps of the many efficient teachers in the past since Krishna Fund School began in this temple. By your grace, we have the opportunity to guide young and fresh minds as they are still pure to get attracted to Krishna consciousness. And we rejoice in observing them get attracted to spirituality like fish take to water. By your grace, we have a few annual programs in place, apart from the regular Sunday school classes. We will be having a 6th annual Gita contest this year in December. It is a delight to see that children as young as 3 years old develop the taste for learning verses from the Bhagavad Gita and even the translations. The expression of understanding of the verses by the older children is a revelation of their innate spirituality. We had our 14th annual summer camp last week, and these camps are very popular as they attract many new devotees every year. Many of these children register for Sunday school too. It is heartening to note here that experts in different fields such as yoga, classical dance, and creative arts volunteer to impart their knowledge to the children during these camps. The 2nd annual Spiritual Summer Reading Challenge for children aged 3 to 17 years is taking place now. This is a humble endeavor from Krishna Fund School to encourage reading spiritual storybooks and also build a love for reading spiritual literature. With your blessings, we hope to continue this every summer and build a team of children who can actually talk about your books and help to spread Krishna consciousness everywhere. By your grace, Srila Prabhupada, we have more students joining our online Sunday sessions and camps. Distance is no longer a constraint as parents take advantage of our online classes for their children during this pandemic time. As a result, many new themes and camps for children have been introduced. This summer, we have also commenced virtual Srimad Bhagavatam story sessions for children. We have many new devotees inquiring about our classes. Our team of teachers has grown as the number of children grows every year, and our dedicated teachers work selflessly and efficiently to bring out more and more new and interesting programs for children, attracting both children and parents alike to practice Krishna consciousness. We have also collaborated with Education at Iskcon Toronto to have Ekadashi readings where parents are involved as well. On this auspicious day of your divine appearance, it is our fervent prayer that your divine grace will please continue to allow us to cooperatively serve in your divine mission. We sincerely thank you from the bottom of our hearts for giving us this esteemed service of nurturing young minds. Dhyan Moolam Guru Murti, Puja Moolam Guru Padam, Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam, Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa, Guru Gita Skandapara. The Guru's form is the best to meditate upon. The Guru's feet are the best for worship. The Guru's word is the mantra. The Guru's grace is the root of liberation. We pray to you to keep us spiritually motivated and guide us in the right direction in order to understand and serve these young devotees better. With your blessings, we are hopeful that Krishna Fun School will continue to expand its offerings in many more innovative ways. Thank you very much for your continued guidance. We are humble servants of the Krishna Fun School team. Dear Srila Prabhupada, this is on behalf of the education team. On this auspicious occasion of your 125th Vyasa Puja, we try to find suitable words to praise your magnanimity and continue your efforts by following in your footsteps. If it weren't for your blessings, we would be unable to share Lord Chaitanya's message. Looking at the 7 purposes of Iskcon that you established back in 1966, the foremost is to systematically propagate spiritual knowledge to society at large and to educate all people in the techniques of spiritual life in order to check the imbalance of values in life and to achieve real unity and peace in the world. In fact, majority of them talk about taking the initiative to bring about an awareness in one's own consciousness as well as that of others in a systematic way. In light of that, we have conducted some short-term programs that include live monthly virtual sessions on applied concepts from Shastra and a Sanskrit pronunciation workshop. During the last 1 year, since most of our events have been virtual and online, we have also collaborated with other existing initiatives in the temple. The Krishna Fun School, our Sunday school, to have monthly calls with a view to encourage devotees to improve their sadhana and include these practices in their routine. By your blessings, this past year, we have had success in encouraging many of the congregation members to take up courses that you desire that your budding community invest their hearts in. You'll be pleased to know that after some gap, we are working in conjunction with Mayapur Institute and now have a well-attended Bhakti Shastri batch that is halfway through their program. For the first time also, we are offering Bhakti Vaibhav that is attended by dozens of devotees across Canada, and we've now completed the first canto. We have also started a new initiative for the women in our community. You have always extended much care towards your daughters in the movement. Taking inspiration from you and other senior devotees, we inaugurated an initiative for the women in the community earlier this year, the Community Women's Circle. This is an endeavor focusing on women's holistic needs that may not be fulfilled through purely Shastric studies. Keeping this in light, we have come up with a series of events that broadly fall under the categories of retreats with fun discussions, wellness workshops, and lounge events. These have been greatly appreciated, especially by those who have never been to the temple due to the pandemic and are still able to connect and bond with other Vaishnavis. We have these sessions happening virtually for now and have opened up newer avenues to reach out to people and stay in touch with them. From serving in these various programs, we are seeing how your formula is working magic into people's lives. Tens of devotees new to the movement are developing interest and are getting plugged into different existing programs to improve their sadhana, like Bhagavad Gita readings, Srimad Bhagavatam readings, Bhakti Vrikshas. On this auspicious occasion of your 125th Vyasa Puja, we seek your blessings so that we can continue serving these new and inquisitive people in their spiritual paths. We pray that we can continue reaching out to more people through these existing avenues and build our community and make a special offering for our 50th installation anniversary of Radha Road, Gopinath for next year. In your service, education, Iskcon.
Jai Prabhupada.
Vaishnava care, Rameshwar related. Jagannath Krishna Guru was called back to the hospital. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So this offering has been written by Krishnadas Kavikadas. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept our humble obeisances at the dust of the lotus feet. Lord Krishna has unlimited love for each and every jiva. His eternally separated parts and parcels. He is constantly trying to help the fallen jivas back to the rightful position as eternal servants. You, Srila Prabhupada, exemplified this love by taking up the instruction of the Guru, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, and coming to the Western countries to give the message of the love of Krishna. By traveling around the world 13 times in the final 12 years of your life, you worked tirelessly to bring Krishna's love to as many living entities as possible. As an Acharya, teacher of example, it behooves us to follow in your footsteps. Here in Toronto, we are blessed to have so many devotees who are endeavoring to follow your example. You once stated that your sweat buckets of blood for each devotee. We are seeing that many devotees still require much loving care, even after joining our loving community. Many experience doubts, physical, emotional, and social issues, and the ever-present onslaught of material energy. If you were present, you would lovingly help each of these devotees to cope up with these problems and to keep their faith, trust, and love reposed in Krishna. To follow your example, in Toronto, we established the Vaishnava Care Team. Our group of dedicated souls are attempting to be your representatives. Every year, every day, we are on the lookout for anyone who is in need of spiritual, material, emotional support. We want to ensure that every devotee feels the loving care and support that you constantly shower upon your disciples, grand disciples, great grand disciples ad infinitum. Your love is unlimited, and we hope that by our efforts, your unlimited love will be even more unlimited. We thank you every day for this special opportunity to serve your mission and pray that you will empower us to manifest your loving mercy to as many devotees as possible. You have given us the spiritual strength and guidance that enables us to offer this small effort to you on this most holy of days, your Vyasa Puja day. Your servants of the Vaishnava Care Team.
Jai Prabhupada.
Festival department, engineer, or who's going to do that? Nobody's here? Okay, all right, are there any other things for departments? Audio visual? Okay. I'm sure everyone makes their wonderful contribution. Thank you. So Srila Prabhupada, that's our offerings for this special birthday today. We ask your blessings. Please keep engaging us in your service. Please keep inspiring us. Give us your mercy and your love, and we will try our best to fulfill your mission, especially as this awful year comes to a close and we can start getting back together again and dancing and chanting in front of you here at the temple with total enthusiasm. Thank you.
Jai Prabhupada.
Oh, okay, that concludes the program today. And there is prashadam. Oh, I see, it's packed in boxes over here. So if you don't live at the temple and you want to take home a box of prashadam, please take a box and thank you very much for coming today.
Jai Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada ki. Jai Prabhupada.
The Prabhupada 125th anniversary ki.
Jai Prabhupada.
Are you waiting for a knife? We need a knife, Prabhu.
What are you done with this thing?
She's coming to the night. She's coming for your
Oh, it's okay, I'll take it.
Right? I thought you were standing over there, standing right beside. I think you can get it here. You can do it here.
No, sorry, I don't know.
Got my name on it? Wow.
That's okay, there are.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what happened? I blinked.